Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing my thoughts with you guys on the two Halloween events, Chessington Halloween and Legoland Trick or Treat. It's coming towards the end of spooky season. Now it's time to share my thoughts with you guys. Enjoy the video. Starting with Legoland Trick or Treat. I went there for the first time in 8 years, and years ago I went to it 3 times, and personally it wasn't that great back then. It was very bland, it was only an enchanted forest. Good news around the park, but it just wasn't that great, even though it's designed for kids. And I must say, it's really improved since then, and so much more to look at and enjoy. A lot of theming around the park now, which is great. Loads of Halloween music playing, and lots of different shows to see. A load of them maybe for kids, but it's still good they're putting them on. There was the main show by the Lighthouse, Monster Jam show. That was probably one of the highlights, really good. A lot of fire and effects and music in that. Really enjoyed it, really good. There was also Monster Street. I heard good things about it, but unfortunately I did not do it because it had a big queue when I went. Also, not forgetting, there was the Disco Dragon makeover, which I liked actually. It was very different. It was great to see the music in the area and in the ride station and in the indoor bit, and loads of different disco lights as well. And other than that, I really enjoyed the event. It was really good, and I'll probably go back again in a few years' time. Next up, Chessington Halloween. I also went to that event this year, and I must say, it's probably one of my favourite years I've seen at Howl.o.ween. A lot of walkthroughs and a couple of shows to see. There was a number of walkthroughs. There was the Pumpkin Patch, which was very cool. It was more for the younger families, but I quite liked looking around some of the bits, like Crop Drop. Our Villagers was really good this year, a really good story, and a lot of theming, and the tunnel was longer. Yeah, probably best version this year of Our Villagers. Enchanter's Hollows I did for the first time, even though I did not get a bag. I heard you could upgrade, but I didn't know at the time. But the set pieces in the walkthrough was really good, and the actors did their best. It was great to see the kids getting treats. Any families that have not done it, I strongly recommend you give it a go. There's also the shows as well. You've got the Bang Yang, the Final Flames. That was really good actually. It's always good in Wild Asia, and this year they really ended it on a whole. A lot of fire effects and dancing and stuff. Really good. I'm really going to miss that show, but I hope it gets either a good replacement or something very exciting comes in the future. There was also the new show in Adventure Point, the after party. That was something very different. It kind of reminded me of the characters up at Scarefest. It was good, just mainly singing and dancing. A little cheesy in places, but it's all part of the fun. Another really good show. I really like the costumes for that one. And always, loads of good theming around the park, good music. Thorpe Fright Nights this year has been amazing from start to finish. The atmosphere around the park has been really good. I like the new music they've added for this year. And the cast for pretty much every single attraction has been strong. There hasn't been really any weak cast at all, weak attraction. Well, I'm quite impressed. Everything's been really good. And I like the new lighting they've added for this year on the rides. It's definitely a great improvement. They didn't really need to do that, but it's definitely a great tweak to the rides at night. And Hyperion in the Dark is really good. I did it a few weeks ago and I managed to get the back row. And it's definitely something on the back row. And also all the other rides in the dark are all really good as well. I did Swarm front row and some of the other flats. I also did It in Sunset Cinema, and it was okay. It was just showing highlights from the film really, with a few effects in 4D. But it was still something to do during Fright nights. So starting with the mazes. The first one, Stitches. Stitches was basically the same as last year really, same layout, theme and everything, but with definitely a stronger cast. The cast was really good and they did an amazing job in each scene. It was an okay maze. It's not one of my favourites, but the theme in there is very impressive. Next up, survival games. Survival games was really good yet again, another strong cast. This time I noticed instead of the full-on intensity, yes it was still intense, but it was more interactions and story based, which I liked. There was some good tweaks as well added to the maze. Survival games is always a good one to do. Next up, trailers. Last year that wasn't very good at all, but this year it has improved so much. Very strong cast and new scenes. I really liked a lot of the new scenes in there. Platform 15, Creek Freak, it was good to see those in there at last. And I think Platform really worked out in trailers. I wasn't expecting to see Death Stores in there, which was very cool. And it was great to see the big swap scene getting some tweaks as well. It was definitely one of my favourites this year, trailers. And the new 2024 maze, Deadbeats. Deadbeats, it wasn't that scary, but it was still a really good maze. Very impressive scenes and a good cast. I could tell the actors were having fun in there at times. And a lot of the scenes did remind me of Tully's a little bit. And I liked the music they played in there as well, as it was very different. Next up, the zones and shows. Starting with the Crows, I think this year it's had a really strong cast. They've all been really good interactions with them. It was great to see them roaming again. They're always good on the bridge and in Big Easy Boulevard. In Walking Meadows, the scare zone, that was really good this year. It's great to see a different layout and plenty of new theming in there. And I liked that massive barn in there as well. Despite it was very short, it was still a very good zone. Next up, Lucifer's Lair. That was a good scare zone, but I didn't really like the costumes for this year as I preferred last year's. The cast did a good job yet again. I watched all the shows and a lot of the shows were okay, not my favourite, but I really liked the opening ceremony with the first scares were at 3 PM. And then you had the fire show in the evening, that was good fun. I like all the fire and stuff. And it was great to see main character Lucifer on the stage sometimes interacting with guests. That was really cool, another nice touch. Next up, Creatures Campus. I watched the show for that and that was really good, another good show. They always put on a good show every year in Creatures Campus. That's the end of another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one and hearing my thoughts on the attractions at Fright this year. I know my thoughts are very short with each attraction, but it's always best to keep them short and sweet instead of going full on in depth and discussing each for a very long time, as it's all about quality and not quantity. What are your thoughts on Fright this year? What's your favourite maze, show or even show? Be sure to put your comments below and be sure to like, subscribe for more future videos. And throughout half term, there will be videos from Fright Nights out on the channel, and some will be out right now. My name's Liam, see you in the next one.